Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're going to make a Norwegian dessert. I think the pronunciation is like Surmelkfromasj Norwegian. This is kind of similar in some ways to a panna cotta, except it's made with soured milk, and then it's flavored with lemon and sugar. And made a little bit lighter by the addition of some whipped cream. So, very interesting dessert. I think you'll like this. If you like Scandinavian food, this is definitely one to try. So, anyway, this one's from Norway. Now, I've looked at a few different recipes online, and one of the things that I found is that they differ something in the methods. Some have you heating up the lemon juice and dissolving the gelatin in that. Others have you heating up the or melting the gelatin into hot water. Now, there's some pros and cons of both of them. If you melt the gelatin into hot water, it will dilute the flavor just a little bit. But if you melt it into hot lemon juice, now you're cooking the lemon juice, and that will change the lemon flavor a bit. So I've decided to go the water route. You can try it both ways, however you'd like, and we'll go from there. So, on to the ingredients. We have here 350 or so milliliters of kefir, although you'd use surmelk in or soured milk in Norway. I have a lemon, and we will both juice it and grate the rind from this for flavoring. I have just a little bit of water, that's probably 2 or 3 tablespoons, in which I will dissolve a tablespoon or so, or 9 grams of gelatin. I have 100 grams of sugar, and I have 150 milliliters, little over half a cup or so of heavy cream that I'll whip. So those are all the ingredients. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first step is going to be to cream together this kefir and the sugar. So I will beat this with the electric mixer until everything is really well mixed, and then we'll be back and we'll deal with the lemon. I don't feel like running the loud motor along inside this video. I've changed my mind on running this. One of the interesting things is that even kefir will froth quite a bit when you whip it. So here we have this done. Next, I will squeeze the lemon in, and from there we will go ahead and beat it again a little bit. So now I will pour in the lemon juice. And toss in the lemon zest. And whip it again. Just a little bit. So from here, next we're going to handle the gelatin, and from there then we will go onto the whipping cream. So in a double boiler, I'm going to heat my little bit of water with my tablespoon of gelatine, and as this starts to melt, I will stir it all together. So this will take a few minutes, and then I will be back. So after a few minutes of sort of heating this up, this is now quite liquid, and it's ready for the next step. I'm going to pour this into the kefir mixture and whisk it in. From there, we'll start beating the cream. Next, this is going to go into the refrigerator while I start working on the cream. The reason for that is to give this the gelatin a little bit of a head start so that it doesn't take as long to gel once I fold in the whipped cream. So I've now beat this so that stiff peaks form. Not stiff, but soft peaks form. And now I am going to fold in the whipped cream. So I'm going to do this with a rubber spatula. And now this is nicely folded in. It's time now to put it in molds and put it in the refrigerator. So for molds, I've settled on these silicone muffin tins. So I'm just going to fill them up. Some people might prefer loaf pans, though you probably want to use a metal loaf pan, not a glass one, for reasons of making it easy to separate things out. And here we are. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and we'll be back in about 2 hours to see the final result, plate it, and do a taste test. After 2 hours or so, I've taken these out. Now what I'm going to do is run these lightly under warm water to release them from the mold, and we'll decorate them with these lemon slices. So I'll be right back, and then we will plate. So what I'm going to do is plop this one that I have now loosened, and out it comes, you know, and from here we will just decorate with a small slice of lemon, and you can put a little bit of whipping cream on the top, but that's not always necessary. So here's the Surmelkfromasj, or Surmelkfromasj. Not quite sure how to pronounce it in Norwegian, but however you pronounce it, it is delicious. Next up, the taste test. And now for the taste test. Best way I can describe this is it tastes like lemon ice cream. It has a sort of creaminess that you'd expect from like an ice cream, and the lemoniness that you'd expect from, say, like a sorbet. But instead of being an ice cream or a sorbet, it's more like this jello dessert. This is really, really nice. It's delicious, and you have to try it. If you find this content interesting, I hope I've earned a subscription from you, and please click the bell so you will not miss any of my videos. You can also participate in helping me decide what my next video will be by commenting or liking a particular video or sharing it with your friends. As I say, I look at views, likes, and comments, including what people say in the comments, in order to determine what people want to see more of. So please feel free to participate in that process on this channel. But beyond that, I want to say, Hope you really enjoy making this dish. It's not hard, it's quite easy, and it's quite delicious. And bon appetit, and see you next week.